So my Sixers on this season so far, they're 4-12 with their loss last night to the Chicago Bulls without Joel Embiid. And it made me not even just last night's game, but the game against the Grizzlies where the game went to double overtime where the Grizzlies ended up winning by 5. It made me think about this, made me want to do this video, and this is why we're here. Joel Embiid is on a minutes restriction, 24 minutes a game. This game against the Grizzlies, he had played 27 minutes, and the game was going into double overtime. Game was going into double overtime. They did not let him play in the double overtime game, and the team lost by 5. Now, the question here is, would I play Embiid in terms of letting him play 30 minutes a game, not actually resting him, things like that? Because the Sixers have a big problem. They have to give up, believe it or not, if Embiid stays healthy, he stays. If he doesn't stay healthy, he goes. Nerlens Noel, and Okafor, someone has to go. Someone. And Embiid has looked amazing so far this season. 17, almost 18 points a game, 7.6 rebounds a game. He's averaging 22.6 minutes. It's a couple of questions here in this whole video. But it makes me think about that Grizzlies game. When you have him on a 24-minute restriction, and he had played 27 minutes going into the second overtime, it makes me think, you're saying that he can't, because in the first overtime, if you didn't watch the game, the first overtime, he sat maybe the first couple minutes of the first overtime, and he played out the last couple minutes. 5 minutes, he played maybe the last 2.5, 3 minutes, whatever it is. So it made me think, you're saying that this guy can't play the same way he did in the very first overtime? It makes me think, is my Sixers still tanking? We are still doing that? Because with a big man, with a big guy that has foot problems, it is what it is. That's hard to go away. Now, I'm no doctor or anything like that, but what my guess would be is, with a big guy like that, he has to watch his weight. And if Embiid can watch his weight and things like that, he should be all right. 22 years old. He'll be 23 next year. He should be all right. Now, what I would do, and I extend this to whoever's listening, if you're a Sixers fan. If you're not, I still extend this question to you. What would you do? Because the Sixers have to figure out they got to figure out the team. You cannot keep playing. You cannot play Embiid a few minutes, then he doesn't play. Then you play Okafor. Then Embiid does not play for a game. Then he does play. And then he doesn't play for another game, and then there's 2 days off. It's really, we got to find the chemistry here. We got to see what works. When it's no playoffs this year. We kind of know that. Despite being in the East, there's no playoffs this year. We know that. But we have to build for the future. Now, we got some nice pieces here and there. We got some pieces that has to move. We're missing something. We're missing a scoring wing. Things like that. But at the same time, I still think we have to figure out if Embiid and Okafor can run together. We have to figure that out. Somewhere in my mind, I think if this guy's going to get hurt, he's going to get hurt. If he's healthy, let him play. At least in a 48-minute game of basketball, let the guy play 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's 6 more minutes than what your little average that the Sixers doctors or whatever. I'm not even sure who came up with this. Coach Brown, I don't know. But that's 6 more minutes. 30 minutes out of the 48. When the game goes into overtime, extend them. If it goes into another double overtime, play in the same way you did in the very first overtime. And it should be all right. But if the guy's going to get injured, man, it is what it is. Some guys can play years without getting injured. Then you have some guys that, unfortunately, they get injured, one injury after another, different body parts. It's just we got to figure out who Embiid really is. We got a nice Small sample size here, 4-12 or 4-12 on the season, but we just got to figure it out. And we really can't figure it out if the guy is healthy, he wants to play, he's a competitor, and we rest him a game. He's 22 years old. You know, he's not 38. He doesn't have many miles on his legs. Let the guy play. Play him 30 minutes, man. And if we go into double overtime like we did with the Grizzlies, extend him. Take off the very first 2 minutes. Let him play down, the last 3 minutes like you did in the very first overtime. Play the guy. I say play him if he's healthy and he's feeling good and he wants to play him. But I do understand watching the player and really taking some of the some decisions out of the player's hands and sake for the future. I do understand that, but we, as the Sixers, we have a big man problem where we have to see who is really going to stay and become the real future of this team. Guys, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you're a Sixers fan, if you're not, answer the questions or whatever. Like this video, share this video. Thanks for listening. I'm Jay Nelson. Until the next video, guys, I am out.